what he wanted?
No. Nothing. Nothing at all. Yorkie, that's all he said. I want to see Yorkie as soon as he comes in for refreshments. So what have you done?
Me? I haven't done anything.
Well, for Chief Inspector Conway to call you in off the beat when there are a lot of other more intelligent candidates around can mean only one thing. You're up for promotion, my son.
Very funny, Ramsay. Very funny. All right, Viv. Have you been called as well?
Yeah.
What's it all about then?
No idea.
You two, you're both on earlys, aren't you?
Yes, Sarge.
Would you mind doing 9 to 5s for a couple of days?
No, Sarge.
Starting today.
Today?
Look, it's not my idea.
But we've already started today, at 6.
Well, then you get some overtime, won't you?
Have you had a coffee yet?
No. Morning, sir.
Morning. This way. So I didn't have enough to do. MPs. I want to talk to you about some MPs. Well, quite a lot of MPs.
No, you wouldn't be talking about members of Parliament, would you, sir?
No, I wouldn't. I'm talking about missing persons. Have you any idea what the government figures are for missing persons reports in London last year?
No, sir.
Around about 28,000. In our patch alone, we've got more reported disappearing acts than we've got registered unemployed. Well, it makes you think, doesn't it? Well, it does when you've got other people forcing you to think about it. And that's what's been happening. So...
I'm sorry, sir, I don't quite understand.
Certain civic bodies with naff all better to do. They're fed up having a go at us about assaults on bus crews, removing abandoned vehicles, failing to respond quickly enough to impromptu matters of local concern.
They're now going for missing persons.
That's it. You've got it right. They've suddenly decided they don't like our clear-up rates. But you try telling those politically minded dimmers that the only MP reports that we can afford to get interested in are those that involve vulnerables. Well, it can't be done, can it? But they just don't listen.
But what's this got to do with Smith and me, sir?
Well, in an effort to enhance societal tranquility, we've decided on a token gesture.
Sir?
We're going to tidy some of these reports up, and you two are going to be in charge of it. Now, here's something to get you started. Now, don't go playing the private detective. Just get an update of what's happening. Now, there's a vulnerable for you. 17-year-old girl, but she's a repeater, more or less the same mode of return each time. And the ball started rolling on this one when the girl's mum kept on at a local MP. Now this one, that's worth a follow-up. The wife keeps writing to the chief constable. Best of luck. Keep me posted.
Were you doing anything today?
I was supposed to be playing football.
Well, you've had that, haven't you?
Missing persons?
Yeah.
How come you get all the cushy jobs then, eh?
Cushy? What's cushy about it? It's all head work. There's not enough information around.
Yeah, and make it
Do you know there's no national index of all the people reported missing?
You surprise me. Bun. No, but I'll have a slice of that jam
And
tart.
there's no reliable
Give us a bun and a slice of the Marley tile.
And there's no reliable statistics of all the missing persons. Not nationally. Nobody's bothered to collate them.
Well, you know why that is, don't you?
They've all gone missing.
Right.
Come on, then, York. You get a move on. We're not all selling our backsides these days, you know.
Yeah, come on.
Sad looking lot when they're all strung together, aren't they?
Yeah.
Those are the two that started it, yeah?
Yep, her and him. Right, let's get some headings up, shall we?
Okie dokie. Let's put this down here. You've got a pen.
There you go. Right, let's have age, race and sex.
Age, race, sex,
Last known address.
last
Mode of leaving.
mode of leaving,
Mode of return.
mode of return,
Time away.
time away,
You ever thought about packing a bag and leaving home?
Many times. Right, what's next?
Missing from
Missing from...
home stroke institution.
Yes?
Oh, hello, love. I'm looking for Mrs. Pearson. Is she your mum?
Yes?
Is she in?
Who is it, Cheryl? No, Mum, just a policeman. You little dick.
Anyway, love, could I...
Crap's next door again. Yeah, hang on to that. Trojan! Trojan! Bloody dog! Trojan! Well, what is it? Is it about my Sandra? Is she coming home?
I warned you, you little git. Now shut up.
Robinson. Althea Robinson. Well, she would have been born before September 39, so there may be no health record of the date and place of birth. Well, I'm checking because it appears she hasn't been registered with a national health doctor outside the FP committee area. So she may have had dealings with some kind of psychiatric clinic in the past. Would you? Thanks. Look, in the meantime, I'll check the MISPER computer with that maiden name again. Okay? Bye.
A small back room, eh? Look, I'm off out. I've left word with Sergeant Peters that you're down here.
Right, Sergeant.
Is Yorkie about?
No, he's out seeing the mother of that missing girl.
What, the Pearson girl?
Yes.
Good. So, what about the other one? The one who's been geeing up the Chief Constable?
Oh, Mrs. Jarman. I haven't got round to her yet.
Then I think perhaps you should, Viv. Priorities, like?
Priorities?
Yeah. You know, small world and all that. You see, the Chief Constable and the local Member of Parliament has been approached. They both used to belong to the same branch of the Round Table, and now they belong to the same country club, out by East Weald.
Now, isn't that a coincidence, Sarge?
Yeah.
And is there anyone else of importance in this merry little band?
Oh, a couple of members of the GMC.
Well, seeing as Chief Inspector Conway set this little lot up, I'm surprised he's not part of the club membership as well.
No, he just tries to play golf with them. So, don't forget, first things first with this kind of game, all right?
So there's no news about Sandra then?
No, I'm afraid not.
Come on in, all of you. Come on in. Come on, Trojan, and you. In. Bloody stay in there, all of you. Oh, silly little cow. I mean, she could phone me or something, couldn't she? But nothing. I mean, she's home, you can't talk to her. She just diffs me out every time.
Look, Mrs. Pearson, the last time that Sandra came back, the second time, she said she'd been stopping with friends, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Did she say who these friends were?
No.
Do you think I can see Sandra's room?
Oh, shut up! I'm sorry, what?
A bedroom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can see it.
Yes, sir. Got it right this time. Come in. Nanny, now look what you've done.
This is it. This is our bedroom. Anyway, she's 17 and I want her back. I mean, that's why I went to see that MP, didn't I? She's got to come back.
You're doing the best you can, Mrs. Pearson.
Because I want to move, didn't I? And with 3 kids, I'm entitled to a 3-bedroomed house, right? That's why I need her. I want that new house.
Well, then what?
Eh?
When you get your new house?
She can do what she likes then.
Yes. Well, that's good. That really is good news. Thanks. Bye. So where do you think you're going?
Me? Refreshments.
Well, you better get some on the way then, hadn't you?
What?
We've just been given a lecture about getting our priorities right.
Oh. So I think I'm going to have to do all the legwork tomorrow. Food, money, shelter, clean clothing. They're the things guaranteed to keep a 17-year-old runway in the area. Somewhere.
So someone's helping her out, you reckon?
Yeah, got to be. Friend, relative, somebody. And once I've got that little lot sorted out, I want to get stuck into some of them long-term cases. I want to do an update on all the existing traces, from the National Probate and Death Index right through... What's up with you?
You? I reckon you're enjoying all this missing persons lark, aren't you?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes, I am.
Right, food. I'm starving.
And I'm enjoying it because I've always had what you might call a social conscience. Mind you, I think enjoying it's the wrong word. Appreciating is a better one.
All right, I believe you. I'll have chips and a burger.
You see, that's why us Northerners are better at having a conscience about the suffering of our fellow man than you lot down south.
Because there's more of it up there?
Exactly.
Oh, and I'll have relish in my burger and one of their Danish pastries.
Right.
Oh, and Yorkie. I've been meaning to tell you, only I couldn't get a word in. We've had a bit of a result with a trace.
Oh.
That Robinson woman. The District Health Authority at Red Hill have been doing a contact trace all of their own. They reckon she may have booked herself in as a day patient at a clinic, using a different name.
And that's confirmed, is it?
Almost. You could say it's our first success. Looks like there's a bit of money around here.
Yeah, but it still doesn't give Mrs. Fleming Jarman the right to complain at Chief Constable level, does it?
Now don't start going all political again.
"17, top floor."
Yeah.
Viv, you know this missing persons number? Do you reckon they'll let us keep it?
I don't know, do I?
You know, run it properly, organise it, just the two of us.
I said I don't know.
'Cause it could work, you know. I know it could. A self-contained unit within Sunhill itself, just dealing with missing persons. No, the force has got that, you know.
Oh, yes?
Oh, we'd like to see Mrs. Jarman, flat 17.
Ah, so would I. Got a fault in her flat. All the power's blown. She won't let me in. She could at least phone the electricity people.
What exactly do you mean she won't let you in?
Well, she's in there. She's at home. She just won't open the door.
Have you got a pass key?
Mrs. Jarman.
What room is this?
Master bedroom.
Yorkie!
She lived alone these days, didn't she?
Yes, I haven't seen Mr. Jarman for some months.
Are there any other next of kin that you know of?
Yes, I think there's a sister.
And you saw Mrs. Jarman today?
Yes, I see her every day when I bring up the letters. If not, at this window. She was always at the window looking out and always in a dressing gown.
She never went out?
Not for some time, no. She had everything sent in. I don't reckon she's left the apartment since...
Since Mr. Jarman went.
Yes, something like that.
Did you bring this up for her?
Yes, this morning.
Looks like she thought the world of her husband. Reckon that could have done it, don't you?
Morning, Yorkie. How's the old lost and found department this morning, then?
Fine, thanks.
I hear women have been having a shocking time because of you.
Leave it alone, will you, Pete?
He's right. That's not very funny, Ramsey.
No, I think it's hilarious. That's always been a trouble, you do-gooders. No sense of wild, abandoned fun.
Divorced mum, plump, solvent. Enjoys outings, drinks cinema. Seeks sincere man, 40 plus. Must have a sense of adventure and be young at heart. With a car. Oh. Broad-minded young lady seeks...
Wrong bit, Sarge. You want the gentleman's needs section.
Gentleman's what?
That's the one.
Unattached, fun-loving man, modern-minded. Wishes to meet interesting lady for mutual pleasures. Anything considered. Your place preferred. Genuine replies only. And this is him. This is Jarman.
Going by the pictures we've seen of him, yes.
Who's doing an ID?
The sister.
Well, at least we won't have Mrs. Jarman bothering the Chief Constable anymore, will we?
Which should keep a few people happy at the East Weald Country Club.
Yeah. Well, I expect you two will be looking forward to getting back on the beat, eh?
Well, what about this lot?
What about it?
Well, we're responsible for doing something about them now, aren't we? We've started. We've got things on the move. Look, in a few weeks we could have some of these still missing figures cleared up. Then there's this Sandra Pearson girl. We've still got work to do there. Then there's the agencies.
All right, then. Do it. Get on with it.
And there's this. John Jarman, the man that started it all. Well, at least we've got a possible trace at last.
Yeah, I suppose so. So who puts this stuff together then? Mr. Greenaway?
Yeah?
The 119 feet. And a unit nicked from FB. Manor Road at 26 Road.
Look, you must understand, I'd like to build bridges with you people, always have, but as most of our clients are boxed and coded...
You must have some sort of register system.
Oh yeah, but the computer's away at the moment. We're due for a replacement. You don't know what it's like being a user with computer agencies these days. The grand half a pop, trying to make positive strokes as one of their field men. It's like trying to strangle a live eel.
This man.
Yeah?
We'd like the name he's using and his address, please.
Sort about professional discretion. No. Well, naturally, I'd like to avoid any kind of a conflict situation, but my secretary is away at the moment, and I'm afraid
what
there's
about in there?
Piece of magic. No one's getting into trouble over this, I hope.
No.
Good. Only we're here to provide a comfort zone, if you like. P115. Someone would like him back, is that it?
That's it.
Usual story. Most of the time they're better off where they were. Well, a few of these are genuinely lonely. And the rest, well, the rest just want a game. A bit of a chase, a search, if you like. Yeah, P115.
And the name?
J. Jarman, regular customer. Oh no, that temp I had, she must have sent the current copy to his old address. Should have been his new one.
And what is the new one?
Care of Peaks Country Club, Park Road, East Weald. Any help?
Yes?
And you want to go out there?
Of course I do.
To that country club, asking questions there, knowing who the members are?
Yes, look, we've still got a case to complete, Viv. We're still a unit, you and me, missing persons. The job was given to us.
You know your problem, Yorkie?
What?
You're a bloody innocent.
Sarge, we'd like a word.
Yeah, what is it?
Look, it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter.
Look, we can forget that one. It's resolved. It's resolved itself.
Well, what is it?
John Jarman is a member of the same country club as the MP, the GMC people and the Chief Constable.
It's just an address, Yorkie.
What?
I think you'll find that Mr. Jarman used that club simply as an address, nothing more.
But if the Chief Constable knew he was there when he was supposed to be missing...
He knew the man's name was there, that's all. And for someone like the Chief Constable, who likes to enjoy all the privileges of paid-for relaxation and enjoyment...
Yeah, that presented a bit of a problem.
No, let's say a bit of an inconvenience.
I'm sorry.
You know what it's like, Yorkie, at that level. It's all politics, nothing but politics. Therefore, certain things had to be seen to be done. Certain investigations have to be seen to be made.
Yes, by others. By mugs. By people like us.
No, I wouldn't go so far as to say that.
Well, would you go as far as to say that Mrs. Jarman did the Chief Constable and his fair play politics a favour, then? By electrocuting herself in the bath?
No. But I expect he'd be the first to admit that life goes on.
Yes, well, we've got work to complete. What the hell's going on here, Sarge?
An extra stationery cupboard.
What?
Mr. Conway thought Mr. Brownlow might like an additional stationery cupboard down here in this section.
What are you on about? Mr. Brownlow's not interested in flipping stationery cupboards.
Who said he isn't?
Look, we still had work to do. Good work. Important work. Things were going well for us. And there's a Pearson girl with...
Sandra Pearson's been found.
When?
This morning, out by Potter's Fields. She'd been sleeping rough. She died of exposure. Anyway, back on early shift again tomorrow, eh? Good to have you back in the factory.
As the man said, it's just a search for something. And hardly anyone ever scores. Come on. Shop's closed. I'll buy you a drink.
Morning. Come on.
Morning, team.
Morning,
Sorry, Sarge.
Right now, some of you may have noticed Sergeant Cryer leaving the building. He has gone to fill a motor up with petrol. He's asked me to remind you that transport regs state very clearly that you fill a motor up before you finish a shift.
I'm going to clean up my tiger.
Well, it can't be us, Sarge. Only stands to reason. I mean, we've only just arrived. So if the skipper's got the ump about the motors, you should be telling B-release, shouldn't you, Sarge?
Brain and mouth, son. Look, I know I'm telling you not to do something when you're already not doing it. I'm just coming to why I'm telling you not to do it. Now, this is not funny. We come in early, we get a call, and no one can go anywhere because there's no juice in the motors. Now, why we're not leaving the motors like this, Malcolm, is because we are responsible policemen, and we do things by the correct procedure. Which brings us to the subject of the boy racer gang and the very fast car. I think you'll all be familiar with the MO by now. A quick-nicked car.
Very quick, Nick, girl.
Yeah, you back it into a hi-fi shop, load the boot up with a gear, and Bob's your uncle. Now, the first time, they were uncatchable.
My wrong trainer's on, Sarge.
But we had a good opportunity last time around nights. And we lost out because the late turn left a teacupful of petrol in the area car.
That wasn't just the juice, Sarge. I mean, if we had the motors...
Oh, yeah. What do you want about? You like a Ferrari, a Lamborghini?
Borrow my Porsche.
Not at your prices, Ramsey.
Excuse me.
Your office, Christine. I want to talk about this.
All right. Listen then, now let's get on with this. Oh, yes, sir.
I'm looking for your duty officer.
Viv, go and tell the inspector that Mr. Maitland and his fraud squad are here, will you, love?
Right, Sarge.
Right, now, your annual leave outstanding for the present year. Now, that must be taken by the...
I found this in my in tray this morning. The Crown Prosecution Service has knocked back the Summerhill case. Faulty paperwork.
Well, that's CID, sir.
Well, that's easy enough to say, but paperwork is everybody's responsibility. Wait! We've had each of our custody officers in court in the last 6 weeks explaining...
Well, that's a standard defence tactic, making sure we haven't made any mistakes under pace.
Well, they must have found it very worthwhile.
Well, what's wrong with the custody record?
I haven't finished yet. I'm not saying it was the custody record. This case is no one's fault. Each individual mistake is no one's fault. That's the problem with mistakes. But it's all part of a pattern. And I don't like the pattern. It's slapdash. And it's my responsibility to see that we don't turn into a slapdash Nick.
No, sir.
We could make a start by having Peters clean up his act in the collator's room. It sounded like a three-ring circus when I went past there.
Well, that's his style.
Well, it's not mine. This is a disciplined force, Christine.
Oh, sir, fraud squad people are here. Ma'am, Inspector Maitland.
Yeah?
They're looking for their office.
OK, Viv, thanks.
Excuse me.
Don't disappear, I want a word.
Ma'am, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We did clear this, Inspector. We were promised some space.
Yes, of course, but tomorrow.
Had to be brought forward. We're worried one of our principals will fly. A message was sent.
I sent it myself.
And you are?
Detective Sergeant Neil, Mum.
Same arrangements as before, just 24 hours earlier.
That's right, Mum.
All right, CID office then.
Excuse me, I'm Sergeant Roach and I are up there with Customs and Excise.
OK, well, let's put you in the collator's office to start off with. Any idea when we might expect you back with your prisoners?
Hard to say. We'll keep you informed.
What are Customs and Excise doing with Tip Roach?
VAT raid. What were the fraud squad doing here?
Gaining pecuniary advantage by deception.
What?
It's their part of the Theft Act.
Oh, yeah, what's our part of the Theft Act?
Sausages.
Hello.
Cold enough for you?
Freezing.
Viv and me lifted some old lady the other day for nicking sausages from a supermarket. The store detective insisted, because she's persistent, he said, £1.50's worth of pork chip allowance. That's our part of the Theft Act. Speaking of which, where's my statement on the famous Sunhill sausages heist?
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't...
No statement, no report. I'm weekend off, and if I don't put that report in...
What's your game?
He's with us, Sergeant.
Well, whoever we are, sir, we're blocking my station yard.
I'll leave it with you then, Alec.
Yeah, well, I can't promise to do it today, Mum.
Do you want to put Conway on the warpath?
No, thanks.
Yeah.
Morning, Mum.
Morning, Bob.
What's going on in the collator?
Fraud squad, they're here for the morning.
Malcolm, make a rendezvous with Sergeant Peters at the junction of Peter Street and Hawk Road. Over.
Okay. Out.
What's all that about, then?
Conway's on the warpath for Peters. He reckons he's soft on our paperwork.
That makes sense. Probably going to lend Haynes a pencil. And Pete Ramsey must have a dozen process books with inquiries still outstanding on them.
It's a bit painful.
Aye, it's the boy racers. Can you tell? Sierra Oscar from Sierra 1 receiving over. We're in pursuit of a red BMW saloon, 318I. Number Echo 601, Foxtrot, Kilo, X-ray.
Sierra Oscar from 227, are you receiving me? Over?
Stand by 227.
No, I need an ambulance.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra 1 receiving over.
Go ahead, Sierra 1.
We've lost him on the Marsh Lane Industrial Estate.
You see, when I joined, we were driven bonkers about paperwork. Down on my neck about it all the time, my section sergeant was.
Yes, Sierra 2, make your way to the Marsh Lane
Don't worry about that, Malcolm. If a BMW goes roaring past, we can't do anything about it, except perhaps take his number down.
Sierra 2.
Or not in your case, because you probably don't even have a barrow. Right, so what I want to see about. What about this sort of paperwork of yours, Malcolm? I mean, what is going on?
Oi! Up here! Hey! What's going on?
happening here?
I don't know, I just found a heart attack, sir.
OK, call an ambulance.
Sir Oscar from 351, receiving...
No, that won't work here. Do it outside.
Right. Sir Oscar from 351, receiving over.
Go ahead, 351.
Need an ambulance. Hawk Road car park. Suspected heart attack, over.
Receive, Malcolm.
What's the score on this man Martello arrested?
Badly damaged, ma'am, but he'll live.
Good. Give Frank Burnside a ring, tell him we've got one.
Yes, ma'am.
Where's Matey? You found him?
I know, Skip. He's disappeared. Look, I'll go in the front. I out the back.
All right.
You're not cut as well, are you, Viv?
No, it says.
Well, come in at the office and clean up. I'll give you a cup of tea.
What about the patient? I've got him under arrest.
Well, he is going nowhere fast. They're still stitching him.
Perhaps you'll get the Royal Humane Medal, sir.
Or a pay rise. Hey. Hello.
What's this? That's Martella.
So why didn't you call me last week?
Look, I'm sorry. I was busy. Promise I'll ring you, Terry. I was just going to wash my hands.
Make sure you take the gloves off first, won't you?
I'm guarding that chap from the Boy Racers Club.
I can see that. Where is he?
Through here.
How you doing, Viv? Where's Lawrence?
Sergeant Peters.
Yeah?
The form for Mr. Morrison's property.
Never took any property of him, love.
We'll sign the form anyway, then we're up to date with procedure.
Haynes. Where do I go? I see.
Well, well, young Mr. Lawrence. You're gonna have a nasty scar there once that gets better.
Who are you?
Detective Inspector Burnside, DC Lines. Where are your chums? Come on, don't mess me about. I haven't got time. I want to know the names of the kids who were in the car with you and where I can find them. Can he be moved? Come down the nick?
No reason why not. I'll get the doctor to sign him out for you.
It's a pity such a young bloke's carrying the can for... How many is it? 7. 7 burglaries. That's over 50 grand in smashed motors alone. Nearly as bad as holding a bank up. I suppose that's how the judge will see it.
It was the first one. I've never done this before.
He's not a lucky man. I think he's a very unlucky man. Of course, if we don't get the others, he's going to cop for the lot. How long do you get now for 7 burglaries? 7? I don't know. I once knew a bloke who got 10 years for 5. Mind you, 2 of those were aggravated. Any of these burglaries aggravated?
They hang about in the Manor Mews. There's a load of kids hang out there. You better not tell them you got it from me.
You ready?
Hold up, police! Come here! Come here, you little brat! Come here! Right. Come here. Where's Patsy? Eh? Where's Patsy? Well, don't mess me about, son. I'm not in the mood. Oh, Patsy. Patsy Miller. You should have said Patsy. He's gone to see a geezer. Where? I know. I'll take you there. Tosh, call up a transit. Make sure these little charmers are kept apart till after they've been interviewed. Ramsey, come with me. Now get in there. Now stay put.
Is this all?
Certainly not. 4 more. 8 in all.
Well, they're all going to have to be processed. That's going to take some time. Excuse me.
Time we've got. I want them all kept apart in custody, Sergeant.
Well, I'm going to have to check with Inspector Fraser. I don't know whether we've got the space. And that's after you've told me why you brought them here and why you've arrested them.
Police and Criminal Evidence Act. The first thing always, before we even know their name, is you have to tell me why you've arrested them.
Suspicion of fraud. £3 million worth.
It's Cryer here. Could you ask Inspector Fraser to come through to the charge room? This comes first. The procedure's quite clear. You should know that.
Which one? I'm not sure. One of them. He'll come out soon.
He better.
My name's Morrison. Two of your mates found my dad in a Hawk Road car park this morning.
Oh, yes, sir. How is he?
Don't give me all that flannel, sonny. Where's the money?
Let's start with your name,
next.
then.
Name?
Boy races, Mum.
Just a moment. I'll see you in a moment.
Mr. Burnside did say we should keep them apart.
Yeah, I'm sure he did, but look, this lot are first. We've only just got started, as you can see.
Well, it's our Nick, Sarge.
This way,
sure
Your car's a riot! Hey, oi! Leave it out.
Alec, take over in there.
Yes, ma'am. Well, look after him. Yeah, I'm fine.
Incident report, Haynes.
Yes, ma'am.
Perhaps he's never coming out. Perhaps we'll have to break in and fetch him. Perhaps we'll have to use your head as a battering ram, Peter.
It's hard enough, Guff.
Perhaps he's not even in there. Then we would be upset, wouldn't we, Ramsey?
That's him. There.
What, the blonde geezer? You stay here, Ramsey. Oi! Mr. Miller?
No.
You Patsy Miller?
No, get
I want
off.
to talk to you. Just a minute. I'm a police officer. You got any identification on you? Have you got any ID on you?
All right.
Show us.
Satisfied?
I'm extremely sorry to have troubled you, sir. You trying to be clever?
Yeah.
He reckons 10 grand has disappeared somewhere along the line.
10,000?
Yeah.
Well, does he seem straight?
Yeah. Well, we've got the Yorkshire Police checking with the man Morrison Senior sold the car to, but I don't think they'll do anything but corroborate. What is all this stuff?
Well, fraud squad. Papers from their raid. Custody areas full of their prisoners as well.
Yeah, well, perhaps they'll bring their own resources next time, eh?
Sir, Ma'am, I've got a solicitor in the front waiting area, Mr. Lands. He's up in mad because he reckons we've got a client of his and we won't let him see him.
And what's his client's name?
Peter Johnston. There's no record of him.
Lands is the clown that started dragging all the custody officers into court to question them about their pace procedures. Now they're all at it. Yeah, we'll bring him into my office.
Yeah. And then send PC Haynes up to mine, will you?
Telephone call for Mr. Land.
Conway's office now.
What
for? Search me.
Who thinks the police nick things and 10 grand?
Oh, indeed.
Mr. Lands.
Yes.
This way, please.
Good luck then, mate. What are they after you for, then?
Soliciting pleas? Nah.
Sit down, Malcolm. I want to talk to you about today's incident in Hawk Road. You haven't written out a statement by any chance?
Hawk Road, sir. You just called an ambulance for the man Morrison, sir.
Of course. Well, perhaps you'd like to tell me exactly what happened then, in your own words.
So, what is this?
In your own words, Malcolm. Talk me through the incident.
We...
Well, I'll just have a word with my custody officer.
Telephone call for Mr. Land.
I'm sure you know your rights. You can call your solicitor after you...
And the next one.
Can I sit down?
No, you can't.
Oh, thanks.
We haven't got a Pete Johnston here, have we?
Prisoner?
Yeah.
Actually, Mum,
Charge room.
Mr. Burnside's just arrested him.
Yeah, hold on a second. When?
Same time as this lot.
Well, where are they?
Picking up the ringleader with Ramsey. A bloke called Patsy Miller. Pete Johnson knows where he lives.
They need a result.
Yes, Mum.
The Chief Inspector wants to see you, ma'am. Now.
Got anyone spare?
Well, Viv will be in about 10 seconds.
All right, Viv, look, when you finish that, I've got a solicitor in my office. Go and babysit him for me, will you? Keep his fingers out the filing cabinet and be nice to him.
This should be fun if we get an emergency call. You moving in?
Burnside. Charming as ever. secured our evidence and we got our prisoners. I'll take them all away again tomorrow. Happy?
I will be tomorrow.
Telephone call for Mr. Lund. Telephone call for Mr. Lund.
Will she be long?
I doubt it.
Is she dealing with this stolen money?
What stolen money?
Someone here has stolen £10,000. So I was told outside.
The inspector's probably staking out Thomas Cook's then, Mr. Lands.
Telephone call for Mr. Lund. Telephone call for Mr. Lund.
Lund? Lands? I bet that's for you.
Sit down.
Sir.
Right, straight to the point, Alec. I've had a complaint about that chap you sent to hospital today, Morrison. He was carrying a lot of money.
News to me, sir.
It's news to all of us. Unpleasant news. He definitely had the money before he collapsed. He definitely did not have the money when you booked him into the hospital. Both are documented.
What are you saying, sir?
Haynes says you were the only one left alone with him.
Haynes is probably right, sir.
So, the obvious inference is that you had a chance to take the money.
Just me?
That's right. Did you take the money, Alec?
Do you know the villains downstairs get the benefit of the doubt? They're governed by rules. We just can't accuse them of nicking. We have to have a reason.
Nobody's saying you stole it. But you know as well as I do, I have to make these inquiries.
I'm sorry, Chief Inspector. Come up with something positive and I'll talk to you with the solicitor. Otherwise, nothing doing.
Well, Sergeant, you're not in a position to tell me what I can or cannot ask you about.
Interrogate me about?
Yes, all right, if you like, interrogate. This is a very serious matter, and it's my duty to get to the bottom of it. Now, I'm ordering you to cooperate. Did you take the money? For heaven's sake, Alec.
I'm damned if I'll put up with this after 20 years' service. If that's all, sir.
Look, I haven't finished. This Patsy Miller character, the one you and Burnside were looking for, was ringing here for Langs.
Yeah, why?
He wanted to come in and surrender, but he didn't want to do it without a mouthpiece.
Nasty bit of work, that, Langs.
Yeah, not if you're a villain. He tried to get me going with some rubbish about 10 grand being nicked by someone here. Nicked off some bloke that was taken ill.
10 grand? What did you say?
I blanked him. I know a wind-up when I see one.
Sir, Alec Peters is as straight as they come. If he had seen the money, let alone handled it, I know he would have done the right thing.
Yes, but because he lost his temper, we don't. We still don't know what he saw and what he did. And he may have been straight all along, Christine, but £10,000 is a lot of money.
I just want your advice. Look, what's the form when your governor accuses you of nicking money from a punter? Well, I'm not sure. It's quite a lot, I believe. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, my chief inspector. I've just come from his office now. Yeah, but he's just accused me. Oh, no, they haven't stuck me on. Suspended? No, not yet. I never gave him a chance. I just walked out. Oh, well, that's it. See, that's why I'm calling. I mean, can't the Federation do something? I mean, where do I stand in all this?
Surely the correct procedure is to investigate a little bit more before you confront a suspect?
Okay. I didn't handle it very well. But if it turns out to be a mistake, I'll apologise.
You'll damn well have to.
You seen Inspector Fraser?
You are.
Load of old cobblers, this pace lark. What they ask you to write down is nobody's business.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, you wouldn't care, would you, Maitland? No shortage of time in your caper. No armed robbers, no car chases.
No glory flashing like neon lights in front of my eyes either, Frank.
You've lost one of your boxes. I wouldn't be at all surprised, Tush.
Sir. Go. I've got a Mr. and Mrs. Miller in the front with their son, Patrick. You know, better known as Patsy Speedy Gonzales Miller, the boy racer driver.
All in one. Mr. Miller.
That's me.
Would you like to come through?
Okay.
So that then?
I'm glad to get rid of this, I can tell you. It belongs to that geezer you blokes picked up earlier in the Hawk Road. They left it behind.
I'm not soft. I'm not chicky. But these people, this man, he's vicious.
So do you want to see him locked up?
I want to see him dead. I'm not stupid enough to try and do anything about it.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much, Mr. Olsen.
No, I'm sorry. But you don't understand. He told me everything he was going to do to me before he did it. He enjoyed it. All over £10 a week.
Ta. Same as the place where Ted Roach is. £10 a week.
What do you reckon they're coining altogether?
The brewery alone was bringing $1,500 a week. They dish out 5% on prizes if you're lucky, and it's odds on the winners are handpicked. Lottery is a protection racket.
If Ted's right and they're covering as many as 30 small businesses, they're raking in $500,000 a year.
Minimum.
It's here somewhere, in an envelope with his name on. I don't want him coming round the house
All right,
again.
take your time, love, take your time.
It's for Detective Morris. If you could just see that he gets it.
Claire? I'll be at the interview room. All right, love. You hold on to it. I'm just coming round, yeah?
Don't mess about this lot. That poor bloke Lawson's a wreck. Could get very nasty for Ted if they suss him out.
I thought it was only chickens and women that got broody, Tosh. Haven't you got enough of your own without trying to adopt our Ted? He's over 21, you know.
That was my point. He's well over.
Don't let Ted Roach hear you say that.
What was wrong with putting Mikey?
You had to look like a worker. I'm going in for another meeting with the Chief Super in a minute. Now, if he'll authorise the manpower, we can get in there this evening and bin the lot of them. These are bagmen. This one's a pencil. Now, we know the faces of all the people running this lottery scam, except for the enforcer. And here, in the middle, is Mr. Pearson, our respectable estate agent. What time's he usually get in his office, Michael?
10:30.
Right. Well, you better get back to that flat now. Tell that kid from Crime Squad he can go home. And stay there, right? I'll keep you informed. Tosh, I need you with me outside the brewery about 5 o'clock so we can follow the money.
Right, good.
Right, off you go.
How did you come to owe the money?
I had to get a loan to pay for the funeral. I kept up the payments for a while and then I got behind.
But you could have got a grant for the funeral.
That grant wouldn't pay for the flowers. And I wanted to give him a proper send-off. Then that Detective Morris come round. Oh, he was ever so nasty, and I didn't have my pension till today. But how am I going to live till next week?
It's okay, love. No one's going to take your pension from you.
But he said I had to have it by this afternoon. I won't have to go to court, will I?
No, not now or at any other time, Mrs. Mortimer. But what time did this Detective Morris say he'd be coming back round again?
But he doesn't have to now. I got the money here.
No, Sergeant Crichton already explained, madam.
there's no police officer here with that name.
Oh. Perhaps he's from a different police station.
Look, what I want you to do is to wait here with the WPC, and I'll be back in a minute, all right?
Right.
Apart from our undercover officer, there'll be no police activity in your brewery, Mr. Dyer. Of course, we are expecting to arrest several of your workforce, and obviously there'll be further inquiries. We're hoping more witnesses will come forward once the men they're frightened of are banged up.
As you know, Inspector, I'm anxious to avoid any disruption. We have a tradition of good labour relations. Excellent, in fact.
Old-fashioned firm, eh?
Absolutely. We do take care of our people, you know.
Take a few. And this racket was going on and you knew nothing about it?
The men have always organised these things amongst themselves. Lotteries, Christmas clubs and so on.
And you never thought to inquire more closely?
One can't be intrusive, Inspector. The status quo...
The status quo, as far as your workforce is concerned, Mr. Dyer, is to have a load of villains put the frighteners on them, pillage their hard-earned on a regular basis and do GBH on anyone who steps out of line. That part of tradition, is it?
I may as well be walking around with a flashing light in my head as meeting you like this.
Look, I just wanted to keep myself posted, Ted. Now, it's on today.
Today?
Right. Yeah, so you won't have to work for a living much longer. Have they started collecting yet?
No, that won't be until this afternoon when we start getting paid.
Got your radio?
Yes, it's in my locker, but I won't use it unless I'm really pushed. You know that.
Yeah, now listen, Ted. I don't want you showing out when they come round for that money or playing Batman. You got that?
You're trying to say I don't know what I'm doing?
No, I just don't want you getting heavy, that's all.
So why the sudden concern for my welfare?
Because I don't want to have to explain to Conway that that mess on the operating table is a DS who couldn't control his temper.
You know his style, Ted?
Yeah, duck and dive, let other people take the risks.
Look after yourself, mate.
Just to the north of Junction 17, congestion on that part of the M25. Katie Boyle is coming up after the news.
It's all right, it's all right. Don't worry. Call me, I'll ask who it is.
Who is it?
It's me, Morris.
Right, now don't worry, just go and let him in. You know we're here. Go on.
Got that money? Have you got all of it? I do £2 a week.
I got my pension.
Just as well then, isn't it? Don't have to drag you through court now, do we? Give the neighbours a field day, that
I got it. I tried to take it round, but that nice Mr. Cryer said to keep it for you.
What nice Mr. Cryer?
It's Sergeant Cryer, actually. And I'm not all that nice.
Pint, please. Dan. What are you drinking?
All right, John, thanks.
Come on, it's payday.
I don't know, fine.
Please yourself. Oh, you having trouble with the old gut, hey?
I got some fine.
You all right, Dan?
I'm in trouble. You know about the lottery, do you?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
You know, you have to join.
Yeah, what happens if you don't join?
Industrial accident. Oh, it's like that, eh? The thing is, can't pay this week. Got family problems. My eldest lad, she's in real trouble. Just gotta help him out.
Well, couldn't you offer to pay double next week?
Could try. Not as young as I used to be, am I?
Ah, well, don't worry about it, mate, hey? Front it out, talk your way out of it. You'll be all right.
See you back there, right?
Yeah.
Tosh, it's on for tonight.
All right.
This one's all about timing, Tosh. We've got to hold back until the last minute. Wait till the last of the bagmen has dropped off his ill-gotten at the estate agents. I want to bin all these boys.
OK, understood.
You and me will be outside the brewery from 5 o'clock. And make sure those uniforms know what they're doing. Anyone makes a move too soon, that's when Ted Roach will be in real trouble.
So just how many old ladies have you got in this scrapbook, Morris?
I've never harmed anyone in my life.
Really? Did you see the state Mrs. Mortimer was in? If I gave you to Sergeant Cry for 2 minutes, he'd do time for you.
I never said I was a copper.
She called you Detective Morris.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your first name, is it? Detective?
She's a bit mutt, you know.
Oh, well, perhaps it should have been defective. So, this Mr. Scully you work for, he knows your methods, does he?
I do the collections. He never accompanies me when I'm doing the collections.
So he just lets you take the rap, then? Trusts you to get on with the job, does he?
Yeah.
He doesn't mind how you do it.
Look, I'm a debt collector, right? That's what I do. That's all I do. I collect debts.
Charlie tells me he's having a bit of bother getting his figures to add up.
Told him how it is.
He's got family problems.
I hear you've been on the dole. Pity if 1 week's work was all you managed. Just because you've only got 2 years to go doesn't mean to say you get special treatment.
Told you. Can't pay this week. I need the money. Next week.
What are you talking about next week? You pay up to date like everybody else.
I know, look, leave him alone, look. He said he'd pay next week.
What's he got to do with you? Who do you think you are, eh?
He's not paying into your bloody lottery, neither am I.
You don't join, you don't work. Not in this factory, not in this district. You're unemployable.
I'm just a pencil.
You think this is some cowboy outfit you're dealing with? You think you've got me and that's it? It's all over, eh? You think that gets you off the hook? Your car's marked, sunshine.
He believes it, mate.
You're finished!
Is Mummy there? Did you, sweetheart? That's very clever. What, all by yourself? That's good. Can you go and find Mummy for me, please? Ta.
Now, this Morris creep. What is the score with threatening behaviour?
I thought Bob Cryer and young Claire were on the scene already. Hello. Hello, mate. Aye, you all right? Aye. Did they pick you for the team? Well, you just have to practice harder then, won't you? Where's Mum?
There's no worries there. is his employer, Lawrence Scully. Now, does he have to be physically present when these threats are used?
No, just has to know about it.
Right. I'll give it a go.
Hi, Muriel. Hiya. You all right? Hello, love. Yeah. Look, looks like I'm going to be late again.
You go and turn the water on, Dan.
Right, John.
Right, John?
Yeah!
Right.
Enjoying yourself? You're already dead, mate. You just don't have the sense to lie down.
Mr. Scully? Mr. Lawrence Scully? Detective Constable Carver, Sunhill.
Oh. So what do I owe the honour?
Henry Albert Morris.
What about him?
At the moment, Mr. Morris is being detained at Sunhill Police Station.
Is he really? Nothing trivial, I hope. How much money do you have on him?
Why?
Because if he had more than 50 pence in his pocket, it's mine.
So he does work for you then, Mr. Scully?
He's a debt collector. I use him occasionally. Is there a point to all this?
Well, yes, the point is, Mr. Scully, that your friend Morris has been impersonating a police officer.
You nicked him for that? Any imbecile can call himself a detective.
Now, were you aware of his methods, Mr. Scully?
I don't go out collecting with him. He gets results. That's what I pay him for. If he likes to play the heavy, that's his lookout.
But you do know he calls himself a detective, don't you?
So?
So, Mr. Scully, you're nicked.
You got any gloves? Mine have gone missing.
Good, go along.
Somebody would like a few words with you.
I hear you object to our lottery.
I didn't know there was an outside interest.
Oh, there is some, most definitely. And we don't take kindly to smart-arse cowboys.
I just thought it was a shop floor heavy and I shaking down his workmates.
Bad guess.
Okay then, I'm in.
Sure you're in. But this game's all about credibility.
No sweat, I'll put the word out.
No, you know what they say. A picture's worth 1,000 words.
Michael, whatever you're doing in that flat or on your own, stop it. Any sign of our friendly neighbourhood estate agent?
Nothing happening here, Gov.
All right, well, keep your eyes on that office. What's happening?
Not a lot.
You're filth.
Didn't you? I should have known. Must be losing my touch. Squad, are you? Or just one of the local suits? Tempered steel. Shatter a man's thigh with little or no effort.
I'll see you go down, mate.
Don't you even think about it. And don't call me mate. Right. I'm not wasting my time with you. I've got things to do. People to see.
I'll get you. You wait.
Such threats.
Loosen up, officer. All that stress is bad for the heart.
First 2 bagmen arriving.
All right, message received. But we wait. Everybody sit tight. We don't move in till the last minute. Have you got that, all of you?
Message received, Inspector.
They're ours.
Regular as clockwork, Gov.
Michael, we're following the money. Be with you shortly.
Two more arriving, Gov. No, 4. That's 6 so far.
Just stay still and keep counting.
Sierra Oscar 8, Burnside from Roach. Sierra Oscar 8, Burnside from Roach. God damn.
Pearson, Gov. He's leaving again. He's getting in his car.
Stay where you are, Michael.
Burnside! Burnside!
Ted, what's going on?
Governor, listen. They're heavy suss me out. He will have warned them. Move now! Now!
Right, this is it. Go for it. Go for it now. Michael, you got that? Hit him now. Go! Go!
Stay where you are, police! Evening, gents. Stop your hands outside. Get out.
Come on, Tosh.
You all right, Gov?
Never better. Don't know about Tosh, though. I think he might need a drink.
This is all sorted. Pearson's long gone, but there's enough evidence in there to do this little lot.
Yeah, well, it looks like the enforcer's on his toes as well. So we just have to fry the whitebait, Michael. Sierra Oscar 5 from Burnside. Paddy?
Yes?
You don't have to stay there.
We'll let you come back and be a policeman again.
Thanks a lot.
Don't you find it makes your skin go dry?
I use a moisturiser.
A lot of bother though, isn't it?
Yeah, nothing's too much if you don't want wrinkles.
A friend of mine uses avocados.
Yeah, I've heard about them. I can't afford to spend that much though, can you?
I could really kick myself for getting my knitting like that.
It's too late for you. You're wrinkled already.
Listen, I've had all the beauty hints I can handle for one night, right? Now shut up, the pair of you, and watch that door. Them 4?
No, not like. I told you I'll know them when I see them. And don't talk to me like that. I don't have to be here.
Neither do I.
Madam X?
That's right, dear.
Scannell Police.
Yes, I knew you was here.
Well, that's your line, isn't it?
I heard everybody on them stairs. It's murder. Come in.
Do you mind if I speak?
Depends if you get on my nerves or not.
I just thought you'd like to know. That's them.
You sure?
I can't see, you know. The blonde girl's new, but them other three of the Stooges all right.
Right then, time to trip the light fantastic.
I can't wait.
I hate to break this up, but how about me money?
Payment by results. We haven't had one yet.
Better get this repaired as soon as possible.
Yes, dear.
First thing in the morning.
If not sooner. Here, as I'm not seeing you in my professional capacity, would it upset you if I slit my earrings off?
I think I can take it. I'm a policeman.
Thank you, me hell. Excuse my French. But I do feel the inspired confidence in the client, and that's essential if we're to journey together across the ether. The other side.
Oh.
Tea?
I suppose you get over there quite a lot, do you?
It's not a day trip to Cali, dear. I'm consulted astrologically by people from all walks of life, from stars of stage and screen to sporting personalities. How many of us these days have doubts and fears about the future? And I have the power to dispel the uncertainty.
Pity you didn't see the breaking coming, really, isn't it?
A true clairvoyant can only foresee to help others, dear.
You were out then when it took place?
I was down the pub, and a good job I wasn't all. I'd have killed him if I'd got hold of them. This has set me back months.
And they only took your crystal ball?
Both of them. I kept a spare, but you never can tell, dear. They're very difficult to obtain.
Madam X.
Call me Ethel.
Looks like your Roxanne was telling the truth. You're a little firm, all right. I know that one in the pink.
She's not local.
Maybe from when I was training.
What's occurring, girls? Your own? You look unhappy. Well, it's your lucky night.
Here we go.
Business.
They're not exactly everyday items, are they? Can you think of anyone who might have a use for them?
The net of suspicion spreads very wide, dear. There's only so much trade, and I've a number of jealous rivals, as you can imagine.
What about your clients? You must get all sorts come round here.
The punters? You sometimes wonder who you're letting in. Now, nothing personal, dear, but this area's not what it might be. I used to live in Ilford, but I was forced to leave after the last Grand National. You might have read about me in the papers.
Was that you? Selling the name of the winner for £10 a time?
An ugly mob tried to burn my house down.
Fell at the first fence, didn't it?
Well, it was the second, actually. Witch of Ilford, the press call me. I've been shunned by Clairvoyant Society ever since.
These times are so uncertain, Ethel.
Well, times are always uncertain, dear.
Unlucky. Well, the girls are certainly keeping themselves to themselves. Oh, a slow one. Your speciality, Ted. Let's move in a bit, shall we? Look, I never thought I'd have to say this to you, but could you move a bit closer?
Have you ever thought of leaving this?
I've been wishing I could ever since we got here.
No, I don't mean this. I mean the job, for something steadier.
What, you?
Well, why not?
Leave it. What else would you ever want to do?
You'd be surprised.
You can say that again.
I mean, I might want to actually...
Lift off.
Someone very special will come into your life.
It's a bit late for that. I'm married.
I'm not talking about romance, dear. And don't interrupt. You'll break the aura. This woman will be your spiritual guide. It may be somebody you've already met, but whose powers you have so far underestimated.
I'd better look out for her then.
And another thing, watch out going down them stairs.
Why's that?
Just a minute, girls. What's that? Sunny, please. Do you mind opening your bags? I do as it goes, yeah. So you mind? I've asked you politely. On there, now! Oh, yeah.
If we don't get our bags back right now, my brother's going to come down and take your face off. We want everybody safe. I got all my keys in there.
We're out of order, and you can leave her alone and all. I'm a police officer. Oh, wow. That's different.
You receiving?
Sierra Oscar receiving, 10 over.
I'm in the ladies at Club Martinique. Assistance required. Instant response.
You two ain't laughing for it now. Told you to be careful, didn't I? Right, who's first?
Good hiding, that's what I need.
Now go home!
You needed some backup, didn't you? Here, I almost forgot. My card. Mention me to your colleagues.
I certainly will. Any trouble from you on the way there, and I'm bringing you straight back here.
I don't want it back. Don't call me darling. I'll get my bag back in the shop.
It's like cup final night out there. You heard of low-profile policing?
It was meant...
You two were supposed to go in and pick up 2 women and 2 men, not take on all comers.
It'll all be in my report.
Oh, well, that's all right then. That has put my mind at rest.
I'm going to question the women.
No, you won't. I will. But you can be there. After you've got your face on, of course.
I told you my name. Angela Bateman.
Visiting professor in Oriental Ceramics, University of Sacramento.
That's it, yeah.
You're going to be here for some time then, aren't you?
Up here.
Yeah.
What have we got?
A problem. We don't know who they are and they won't give us their names.
Tried looking in their handbags.
This one's got 8 separate IDs and the posh one's got 6. Take your pick.
Posh?
Yeah, her mate, right little daddy's daughter. We've got records onto them both.
What are you looking at? She's definitely a face. Where's the other one?
Detention cell 1. Frank. They'll be available when we've established their identities, not before.
Listen, I want to know where these little purse snatchers are kiting the check cards. 2 of the 4 have done a runner, and the other 2 are keeping stum. Now, I want to know who they are.
I'll lay odds that we know this one. I'll find out the other one's name myself.
Yeah, well, don't take all night about it, eh?
Give me 2 minutes.
I'll believe that when I see it.
Right. You are not a professor of Oriental Ceramics. You are not a beautician. You are not a photographer's assistant, and you are certainly not a welder called Arthur Mason.
How do you know?
I'm getting very tired of this.
I want a brief.
Right, what's your name?
It's on the Barclay card.
Mrs. V. Senagupta.
That's it, yeah.
Good. Then you'll know what the routine is.
What routine?
In court. You see, Mrs. Senagupta, you are a magistrate.
Up yours.
Get in there. Detention cell's full.
Well, they're all full. What's this?
Trainee muggers. Look at my fortune teller warned me to expect it. So where shall I put them?
Don't bother. Bring him through here.
It's not through there.
Won't be for long.
Get moving, come on.
Jennifer? Thank you. Come this way, please. All yours.
Cheers. Get in!
Hey, come on, keep it down! That'll be Jennifer Herbert, yeah? Good.
Sarge.
Pan, take care of this one, will you? Yeah, what you got?
Records have ID'd the girl who started the punch-up, Sharon Mary Piner. She's been thieving since she could walk. There's nothing on the other one.
Thanks. Stay with her, will you? I'll be back in a minute. Sharon Mary Piner, Jennifer Lorraine Herbert.
Records?
Only Piner. Herbert is intelligence.
Ours?
Mine? Well, a girl like that's going to carry her own checkbook to start with, isn't she? It's only a matter of finding out which one was hers.
Very good, Bob. Can I get on with it now?
Ready when you are.
Ted?
No, I'll ring you tomorrow. I've got to go. Look, we'll sort it out tomorrow. I'm sorry. I've got to go. No, I'm not hurt. Yeah.
Roach!
Bye.
I'd never seen them before tonight.
Don't give me that load of old codswallop. Never seen them before. You were seen nicking handbags while those two kept the girls busy. So don't give me that rubbish.
It's true.
No, it isn't.
It's true.
Then what were you doing with those people?
Some time ago I started gambling. I've managed to stop now. But I needed to borrow some money. Somebody, my daily of all people, put me on to her.
Sharon Piner.
She lent me £1,000. The interest was... I didn't stop to work it out at the time. I was just so relieved to have the money. I started paying her back, but the debt didn't seem to go down at all. I accused her of cheating me. She threatened to tell my husband. She said she'd get someone to beat me up, spoil my face. I just wanted to pay her off, get rid of her. But she started phoning in the evening when my husband was at home, making threats about the children. She said if I went out with her for a few nights to the clubs, she'd forget the debt and leave me alone. I started 2 weeks ago. She explained how it was done, stealing girls' bags for their checkbooks and cards.
Where was she shifting the gear?
God. In some ways, that was the worst part. She takes them to a pub called the Earl of Monmouth. It's Nancy's. She sells them to a man who dresses as a woman.
Called?
I don't know, really, I don't. You must believe me.
All right, I will.
Do you want to wake up the old whales? Who is this?
Me.
Mr. Roach?
I've got to see you.
You must be in trouble.
Open the door.
Just a minute. All nice. All nice. What happened to you?
I gave out the prizes at the Brownies road safety competition.
I warned you about that club. And you can take your feet off there and all. Just remember, I didn't have to let you in. Here.
Thanks.
Shows your eye. I don't bite.
Oh, not unless the price is right.
I don't like being a snout, you know. Like I don't like most of the things I have to do to get by. And I'm hardly in it for the money, am I?
Why are you in it then?
Why are you?
Who's the drag queen who buys the checkbooks and the cards in the Monmouth?
I can't.
I've got to know.
It's not that hard to find out. I can't help you.
Nobody in that club could help me either. Do you know who gave me this? Not the thieves I was there to nick, but the people whose property I was trying to protect. I kept thinking that when they were kicking the door in trying to get at us.
One of those days, eh?
One of those lives. Listen. Oh, this is pathetic.
What's pathetic?
Well, me telling you, of all people, to keep your mouth shut.
But you haven't...
Well, I'm telling you now.
Who is she?
She's divorced. 2 boys. I took them fishing. It's all very recent. She's been very good for me. But she can't stand this. Wants me to pack up the job and do something steadier. Settle down with her.
Then it's gonna end then, isn't it?
Now, you tell me something.
People there suspect me.
Look, I guarantee...
24-hour protection? I need that, don't I? They don't mess around, you know.
I need this one, Roxanne.
She's called Doris.
There's your drink.
That does make a change.
Well, well, well. Terry Reader with a bag. I wish I could see what's inside there.
The crystal balls. You know, for fortune telling. He was trying to get shot at them in the pub earlier. Little toe rag. That's it.
Go on, off you go.
Can't I wait here until you've gone in?
I'm not going in. I'm going to nick her here now.
Oh, they see me?
They won't. It's dark. Now get.
Doris!
Take the Sergeant Road to Sun Hill. I'd like to have a little look inside your handbag, please. You get. Go on your bike. Come on up. Yes, we know all about that. Well. A lot of names there, haven't you?
What are you looking so pleased about?
Doris confesses all. Down to her interior design council flat and her timeshare in Torremolinos.
Not even Marbella? See? You're not a bad copper. On a good day.
And calls it.
Sergeant Penny said you should see that at once, Sarge.
What is it?
Just the postman.
I'll be back in a minute. I've got to go and see the DI.
What's all that about? Like I said, Viv, I'm just the postman.
Come on.
Well, confidentially, them 2 birds you nicked at the club,
What about them?
they had all that ID on them and no one knew who the posh one was.
Yeah, I remember the case, Pete. I was there.
Well, apparently Cryer was being all clever with Burnside about tricking the posh one into giving him her name.
Jennifer Herbert. You bailed her out a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, only a call just came through from someone who got home 20 minutes ago to discover she'd had a break-in. Checkbook and credit cards gone. And the name?
Was Jennifer Herbert.
Looks like Bobby boy let your collar slip away, my darling.
Oh, that's me off.
Me too. As soon as I've washed this.
Well, you're washing up cups now? Oh, that's right. You went round to see that fortune teller, didn't you?
Yeah. She read me tea leaves. What a load of cobblers.
No, there's a lot in it. I can read the leaves myself. In fact, you show us your cup, and I bet you a £5 I can tell you the name of the thief who had her gear.
A £5? Go on.
Terry Reader.
You sure?
Yeah. You got her on there now, he might still have them.
Hey, there's no leaves in this. I used a tea bag.
I move with the times.
Yeah, lady. Ted, it's for you. Hang on a second.
Yeah. What?
I have to say it was my fault, and I take full responsibility. I thought it'd make you happy.
Never better, Bobby. Never better. Don't worry, Bob. We all make mistakes.
Outside his front door. He must have been taking out his keys when they jumped him. 7 broken ribs, a broken finger and a fractured skull. Oh, he'll be all right in time. But of course there'll be side effects. He'll probably suffer from very bad headaches for the rest of his life.
How did you know to call me?
He put you down as his next...
See your governor.
I'll get this to ballistics. You take him to the interview room.
Yeah, well, don't forget he's our collar.
How can I?
Move it.
And there we go, Sarge.
Cheers, Jim. Good lad, Jim. That the shooter?
Yeah, now he wants a word with you, Gov.
I don't know what you do with that, that's Frank. If you say so.
The ammo's the same as the others.
Glad to see your lads have pulled their fingers out for once, Tom. Yeah. Nice work, Yorkie. Cheers, Gov. Hello, Mr. Hill. Well, you want to have a word with me?
Do you know what your biggest mistake was? Firing into the ceiling. Your sawn-off left its pellet pattern in every post office you turn over. Might as well have left a calling card.
It's you that I want to talk to, not him. Oh, we're all friends together here, pal. I want to do a deal. Give us a moment. I know that you can tie me in with the other PO jobs. Tell me something I don't know. The last 2, 6 months ago, they said they were going to be used for something bigger. Like what? I wasn't part of it, but I knew what went on. Got a deal? Not yet, we haven't. Most of the proceeds were used on that bullion blag in Uxbridge last month. Go on. How do I know that I can trust you? You don't. And I'm the only thing standing between you and a lot of bird.
It's typical of Burnside. He just swans in and takes over.
To be fair, strictly speaking, it wasn't your body, was it?
Yeah, but that's not the point, is it? I had him. I know it.
Have you charged him yet?
No, and I don't think we will.
What do you mean?
Well, your collar at the moment is deal-making with D.I. Burnside.
Where's my biscuit?
What does it mean?
Tell. He's grassing.
2 teas, please, love.
Steve, I want to know the full SP. Dates, who was involved, who was on the inside. But most of all, I want to get excited. Do you know what I mean? All right. But you've got to protect me, otherwise I'm a dead man. Micklewhite owns a sweatshop. He's the quartermaster. Back wall of his office is false.
That's where they keep the guns.
Just the guns? What about cash?
I don't know. Micklewhite's sister's boyfriend works for Gold Couriers.
What's his name?
Paul Craig. He supplied us with Polaroids of the inside of the vans, the route it was taking, time, and what the van was carrying.
Does he still work for him?
Oh, yeah. Part of the deal. He was a stay put. No big spending. Now, do we have a deal?
It was the Beano and Dandy in my day.
Looks like he's turned over all the chemists in the high street, Sarge.
Right. Name, young man.
Christopher Simpson,
Age?
14.
You're a bit young to be going into the family planning business, are you?
We're having a street party. We needed some balloons.
It's going to be a big one. When Hill's laying golden eggs down there, I want to keep him sweet.
Yeah, well, how do you know he's not bowling you a googly, eh?
Because he knows too much. And we've been able to confirm that 3 of them are known associates, besides which he was banged up with Micklewhite.
You've been on a serious crime yet?
Yeah, they confirm it. They're sending over a D.I. Jackman.
Okay. But I don't want this place turned into a circus, Frank. Come in.
Ah, sorry.
No, don't go, Tom. This involves you. Who you got down the women's cells?
D&D and a bag snatcher.
Right, well, I want them out.
What do you mean, sir?
Well, Frank feels we need to isolate Hill.
What do I do with them?
Move them.
Right. Now, if you need anything, just ring that bell. Sergeant Penny will get it for you. All right?
Aye. Not room service, you know.
Oh, that's good, because you're not getting any tips.
It's the 3rd floor. Is it me or what?
Eh?
Whenever I come here, it's always upstairs.
There you are, son. Might like to have a look at these. We've sent a police one round to your mum's. What's the matter, son?
You won't be able to get in touch with her.
Why not?
She's with her boyfriend.
Oh, I expect she'll be back later.
I don't think so.
How long's she been away?
3 days.
You mean she left you alone?
No, with my sisters.
How old are your sisters?
4 and 6.
Where are they now?
At home.
On their own?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me this earlier on?
Because my mum would freak out!
Lucy! Emma! Hello?
Hello.
Are you Lucy or Emma?
Emma.
Ah. Then you must be Lucy. Look, my name's Viv. I'm a police officer. Can you open the door?
No.
Look, Christopher asked us to come. Your brother's at the police station. If you open the door, you can come for a ride in the police car, yeah?
Go away.
Oh, that's brilliant, that is. Now we've got a siege situation.
That's our man.
Looks a bit tasty. Can I have a look?
His name's David Micklewhite, and we're going to pay him a visit later tonight. Hill's coughed on the Uxbridge Gold Bullion blag. Micklewhite was the quartermaster.
Uxbridge? So what's he doing still robbing post offices?
Force of habit, old son. Oh, by the way, we got a D.I. Brian Jackman coming over from Serious Crime Squad to work with us. You and he used to be DCs together, didn't you, Ted? Should be like old times.
Yeah.
Mr. Burnside said you'd have this.
So?
Treat it with respect, right? Might as well have these. A 14-year-old kid was offered them. Thought they were a bit juvenile.
I've Stuck him in the women's cells, Brian, to keep him out of the way.
Good idea, mate.
He's desperate to please.
Let's keep him that way, eh?
Stephen! This is D.I. Jackman from the Serious Crime Squad.
Glad to meet you, son.
He's here to help you.
I've done my bit. You're doing a good job, lad.
Relax, Steve.
It's easy for you to say. What can you get me? The usual for turning Queen's evidence?
Might help you hold on to that bird of yours, Stephen.
And what happens when I get out? You just walk into the sunset. Mind if I join you, Ted? So I've finally got to meet Frank Burnside, have I? Didn't actually think he was still in the job. He is. Not that there aren't quite a few people surprised by that, if you know what I mean.
Don't try it on with me. It'll get you nowhere.
Come on, Ted. You're not still holding a grudge, are you? It was 12 years ago. Been a lot of blood under the bridge.
Yeah.
So, he hasn't changed, has he? He can still be a right prat.
I thought you two were old pals.
We used to be good drinking partners, till I made DS before him. Never quite the same after that.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to speak to Detective Inspector Burnside, please.
Is he expecting you?
Yes, he asked me to come in. I'm a friend of Steve Hill's.
Can I have your name, please?
Janet Spencer.
I'd like to hang on here a minute, love.
Yeah. It's a bit Mickey Mouse, but it'll do. Yeah, that's about right, Gov. Oh, of course. Detective Inspector Burnside's giving me his full cooperation, Gov. Absolutely, yeah. Of course, yeah. I'll keep you informed.
6 uniformed and a photographer. Do you?
Fine. Oh, in case you were wondering, my DCI reckons this could be a big number.
Oh, yeah?
Don't worry. We're gonna have ourselves a nice little tickle. Oh, what a cracker. Wouldn't mind a bit of that in my Christmas stocking.
Wouldn't we all?
Might even consider bigamy.
Yeah, you and me both. Frank! Young woman waiting to see you.
Who?
She's through there. I told her you were busy, but she said you told her to turn up.
What's her name?
Janet Spencer.
Great. Miss Spencer, I'm Frank Burnside. Would you like to come through? Bob!
Can I see him?
Yeah, Steve's all right, but I want to have a chat with you first, all right? All right if I use your office? This way.
Come on, you two.
Haynes, Edwards, go and measure the outside wall, OK?
Yes, sir.
Right, Frank. Let's make Micklewhite's night.
Lovely. Hello, Mr. White.
What's going on?
Should we go and talk in your office? A bit more private.
Yeah, tell your lot not to touch anything, because these orders are going to be out tonight.
Sit through here.
I wouldn't worry about that if I were you.
In you go, son. In you go.
Look,
sit down, please. Sit down.
Now, if it's about that lot out there, as far as I'm concerned, they're legal. I mean, they're just casuals. How do I know if they just come off a boat?
We haven't come to talk about them. We've come to see you, Mr. Micklewhite. This is D.I. Jackman from Serious Crimes. I'm D.I. Burnside from Scannell.
Well, if it's about my parking fines.
Don't get funny. You haven't got the face for it.
How's the gold bullion market? Later.
Wait, what's he doing?
Sit down. Shut up.
You're a DIY man, Mr. Micklewhite.
What do you want? What's going on? It's Hill, isn't it? He's the only one who knew about that war. He's a dead man.
Oh, do shut it, old son.
Yeah, all right. I can hear you.
What have you done with my kids?
All right, sorry.
You had no hour on them back.
Yeah, all right, Shell. Look, you dropped them this afternoon.
All right, hold your horses. Are you Mrs. Simpson?
Yeah.
Dave.
Right, to take them from my
Oh,
home.
yeah, will you?
Where are they?
All right. Inspector Fraser will have a word with you.
Oh, will she? No.
All right. You got something here, Gov?
Well.
How many more is there?
That's about 20. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I hope I can trust your lads with this, Frank.
Do what?
Well, like you said, it's a lot of money.
Ted, take all that down the neck and stay in with the band with it until I get there, all right?
Yeah, sure.
Don't start getting on my nerves, Mr. Jackman.
Oh, come on, it's just a joke, Frank.
Gov!
Looks like we're in business.
Time you and me had a little chat, eh?
Right, get your clothes off.
Hey?
I've put some jockey shorts and singlets in the locker room. Now put them on and get the cash counted. Sergeant Penny will search you after and before you've changed.
What is this?
It's a precaution, son.
Give me that you don't trust us.
I trust you guys, yes. But I'm not giving Jackman a chance to have a pop at us.
Scarf!
Just get on with it, will ya?
Great. Now bring in the rest before they get a whiff of it, all right? Listen, I don't want to read in tomorrow's paper that they're in the Costa Brava. They've arrested Craig. Micklewhite's sister was there. He started talking before they got him back to the station.
Terrific.
You wanted to see me, Gov?
No, it's me you want, son. Frank here tells me you were one of the arresting officers.
That's right, sir.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
I want you to do me a favour and get this from the local takeaway. Got to look after our stale prisoner, haven't we? Get a receipt for that, will you?
Go on, Yorkie.
Right, sir.
CID. Who wants him? Your governor.
Yes, boss. Very well, yeah. Terrific. Absolutely.
Oh, sorry, June.
What's up?
Look, I'm really wound up. Do you know what they've got me doing now? Getting that tour regular Chinese takeaway. I mean, this morning he was holding a sawn-off shotgun against some poor postmaster's head, and now we're giving him the VIP treatment. I can't get me breath.
£53.20.
£53.20, okay.
be well over $1 million now.
Closer to 2. Think about it, eh? Never having to work again. Just lying on a beach drinking sangria and pulling all the best looking birds in the world. Doesn't this sort of money ever make you think?
Nah, not really. It's like playing Monopoly, isn't it?
More like losing at brag.
Hold on, you two.
Oh, come on, Tom, give us a break.
You know the rules. Go on, lift your arms up.
You know, I was just saying to Jim that we're in the wrong job.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Thanks, Ted. Sorry about this, Jim.
Hello, Mrs. Simpson.
Where's my children?
They've been taken into care.
I want my babies back.
The care order has been taken out for them, and you're lucky we're not going to prosecute you.
Nothing's happened to them.
That's not the point, and you know it. It's not the first time, is it?
I left Chris to look after them.
A 14-year-old boy for 3 days. Count yourself lucky they're still in one piece. Here's the telephone number of the social worker. Ring her in the morning.
I just want them back.
All right, Sean. Don't worry. Come on.
Sarge.
What's all this?
Jackman's orders.
Canteen food not good enough?
Looks that way, Sarge. Terribly sorry when I couldn't get any barbecued spare ribs.
Chinese restaurant without spare ribs.
Listen, you get what you're given and be grateful.
That's charming.
Tourists like you want string, you don't know where
Now just leave it out, mate. And this clown's trying to wind me up.
God, you pussy!
Outside. Oi, what's going on in here?
Nothing, sir.
Hill was winding him up, Gov.
Don't you know the rules, lad?
Yes, sir. I do.
If you was in my neck, I'd have you on a charge.
You step out of line once more, and I'm going to flush you down the toilet.
Steady on, Frank.
Smith, get that food out of there.
Don't worry, Steve. I'm moving you later tonight.
You what?
I'm moving him.
Get her out and bang him up. I want to see you in my office. Now.
My orders, Frank. Don't give me that. Come on, mate. Let's not you and me fall out over this. If you want to take it up with my mum, you're welcome.
You had all this planned, didn't you?
Come on, Frank. Is this the place to hold a high-level grass? The minute you saw the money, you knew he had to move.
Yeah, and you took the first opportunity.
Do what?
Giving it all that. You're a user.
Well, if you don't want to be polite about it...
Try. You got nothing on me.
I'm moving in because this outfit is amateur. Strictly a Black and Decker job.
Oh, you're the professional. I want you out of here within the hour. Otherwise, I'm going to bounce you out. Money all counted and banged up, is it?
Yeah, Tom Penny's locked it in the cells. It'll be collected tonight.
Cheers. Would have been nice to get our hands around.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
You were right about Jackman. He's a user. Still, it's his paperwork now, isn't it? I think I'm going to buy you a pint, Ted.
Move back, come on. On your way, come on, let's go. Come on. On your way, please. Move back, please.
Now look, there is nothing to
Right,
see.
right.
Please, can you clear the area now? Please.
Stand back, please. Stand back. Well, there's nothing to see.
Can you stand back? Hey, lady, take those children home. It's not the place for kids, all right? Thank you. Now stand back. Thank you. So, let's move along. Let's go. Come on.
Stand back.
I've dropped Martella off at the prison. I'm going to be here for a while, so show me off patrol, okay?
Yeah, can you get remand prisoner 27898 Davis up to the interview area?
I just can't believe it happened.
Two black men walked up to him and shot him at point-blank range.
Yeah, it's as simple as that.
Where were you?
I was up on the balcony. I heard the shot and looked down, and I saw them just walking casually away
So you
from...
didn't exactly witness it?
No, I didn't, no.
Drugs?
But there was nothing more I could do. By the time I got down to this floor and checked to see if he was still alive...
They'd already gone?
Yeah.
Disappeared into the crowd?
Look, I did all I could.
Superintendent Dunmore will be the investigating officer. He's going to send some of his team down, asked if you could get on with it. Apparently he's tied up with a double shotgun attack on GF. Sorry.
Forensic photographers?
They're on their way.
Right. Greg, you take care of things here. Michael, Melvin, I want you, as soon as FSS has finished with that body, to go down to the morgue and fingerprint him. Search his clothes thoroughly. I want to know who he is and what this is all about before Dunmore's team arrive on scene.
If they arrive on scene.
Yeah, if they arrive on scene. I'll see you later, Michael.
Yeah.
Right. Wrap this up as quickly as you can. I'm going to go and see a snout of mine.
You want all this stuff back at the neck as soon as possible, I know.
I'm thinking of getting a JCB in my office to shift the backlog of paperwork, besides which, if I have another late night this week, my girlfriend's going to kill me. See ya.
Morning, Inspector.
All right.
I suppose half the East End's trampled over this area?
And half the Met, including me.
What about the coat that was covering him?
Came from one of the shops over there.
Well, we'll have to hold on to it, I'm afraid.
Be my guest.
Excuse me?
82.5.
Thank you.
Hello, Doris.
Dolores.
Dolores. I forgot. Mind if I sit down?
Are you staying for breakfast?
No, had mine about 6 this morning. Mind you, if I owned a string of massage parlours...
Aromatherapy.
And was earning a nice few bob, I'd probably be having my breakfast about now.
The ancient art of healing, Frank.
Whatever. Pass the jam.
Preserves. So, what do you want?
Hello, Leon. What happened to you?
You got them facts?
Hmm.
Did you bring them? You haven't got any wacky-backy, have you?
No, I'm not into wacky-backy. Not yet, anyway. Thank you.
You know you're on camera, don't you? That's all right, don't worry about it. It's the under-the-table bits they're worried about.
How'd you get that smack on your head?
Slipped on a bar of soap.
Your letter mentioned information.
Maybe I just wanted to see your pretty face, Martella.
Flash you, but you know it.
Look, I've been on remand now for 9 months, yeah? This place is driving me mad. When's my case coming up?
I don't know. It's out of my hands.
It was only for housebreaking.
22 cases? And you already on bail for another 7.
Yeah, well, I thought maybe you could pull a few strings, you know. Look, boys, have a word, look. Vicar there, bridesmaid, and the best man. We could get married.
With your prospects, Leon, you're wasting your time. Now, are you going to tell me what this is all about or not?
2 black guys shot him at point blank range, you say?
Up close, through the heart.
You don't know what kind of weapon they used, do you?
Not yet. I was wondering if you'd heard anything.
Spies?
High class. MPs, baronets, that kind of thing. Something where there's a lot of money involved. I'm scratching.
You're way out.
Sorry. I've got to go. Next time I get a twinge in my back, I'll pop round and see you.
Jasmine.
Oh, is that what it was?
Oil of jasmine. Very uplifting.
Yeah, that's how I remember it. See you, Doris. Cheers.
We've got 3 witnesses. They all corroborate Melvin. 2 smartly dressed black fellas walked straight up to our mystery man and blew him away like something out of a Sam Peckinpah movie.
You and Melvin had better go with the body. By the way, what about the busker?
Buskers don't see anything.
This one might have.
I've been here for 9 months now.
So you keep telling me.
Do you know how many visitors I get?
Leon, I'm a very busy woman. You didn't get me here to bring you cigarettes. What's the matter?
Right, mate.
There's nothing to worry about. I don't know why.
Keep your voice down, all right?
The guy who was shot, what do you know?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing except...
Except what?
He arrived by minicab, Care Cab Johnson Street. Gold-coloured Granada.
Anything else?
What do you expect for a fiver? I'm just a poor boy, though my story's seldom...
I have not had a visitor since I've been in the nick. Honest?
Nobody loves you, eh, Leon?
Look, do you know what it's like to be a black man in this place? Well, you don't get to see nobody, do you? Wait, look, listen, right? My girlfriend, right, she's done a runner. My brother's gone back to Jamaica. I don't get to see anybody. I mean, you ain't exactly my bosom pal, are you? You listen to me.
That girl's just slipped something to that prisoner.
You haven't seen anything?
I'm not that naive. That's drugs.
It happens, forget it.
I'll have to report this.
If you say anything, it'll only take it out on me.
This is not right.
Look, listen, right. That geezer will kill me if you grass.
You shouldn't have put me in this situation.
Look, babes, this is the nick. The rules outside do not apply, yeah?
Just tell me why you've got me here and I'll go.
Shoes, clothes, it's all foreign. There's no label in these.
I'll have the prints taken to the Iles straight away.
Wait a minute.
And get an ID on them.
Money clip. Don't see those very often. Could be an American.
Mortuary. Yeah, Mike, for you.
Thanks.
Richard.
It's Greg. You and Melvin make inquiries Care Cab, Johnson Street. The motor our dead friend arrived in was a gold-coloured Granada. That shouldn't be too difficult, should it?
No.
D.I. Warwick. I'm one of Superintendent Dunmore's team. I've come to take command until Mr. Dunmore arrives. How far you got?
Have you got your Polaroid with you?
Yes.
Just want to take a couple of mug shots of the body.
Right.
What's happening? We're going to follow up a lead, Ken.
I could tell you a lot of things, but you're going to have to look after me. You know, come and visit me regular. Bring me some bits and pieces. I mean, who's going to think about searching you?
I don't believe this. You're asking me to smuggle in drugs, aren't you?
Do you know what it's like being a spade in prison?
Are you out of your mind?
Look, only if there was something I could trade with, you know. Then I wouldn't get slapped round the head, would I? I mean, who's going to think about searching a copper?
I think it's time I got out of here, Leon.
Biggest problem is
Shut up!
I said shut up, right? You get back. Don't be
stupid, Davis. Put the knife down and let her go.
Open up the door, otherwise I'll cut her throat. You get me?
Leon, come on.
Shut up!
Leon.
Andre, amigo, hurry up!
Now look, Davis.
You get back.
Let her go.
You get back. You get back as well.
Move!
There's no need for that. I'm not going to do anything stupid.
What can I do for you, lads?
Gold Granada. Have you got one?
Gold Granada? That'll be Terry. I hope he's not in trouble. He's a good kid.
He had a fare to Hunter's shopping precinct this morning.
Yeah, what time?
About 10 a.m.
Pick up a Mr. Jones, Mirage Hotel, Davenport Street. Or what else do you want to know, James?
You've just told us. Thanks very much.
Anything?
Davis, this is Mr. Sands, the Deputy Governor. Can you hear me? Davis, the police officer you have with you, is she all right?
Yes! I'm all right!
Shut up!
Look, perhaps we can talk about this.
Talk to me. You wouldn't talk to me if I was the last person on earth. The only reason why you want to talk to me is because I've got her.
If you've got grievances, I want to hear them. But release the police officer now.
No! She stays with me. And if anyone comes through that door, she gets it.
Two men were asking for Mr. Jones this morning, yeah?
Yes, I took over on the desk while the receptionist had her break.
What kind of men?
Oh, they were coloured.
Coloured?
Negroes in their 30s. They wore dark suits, glasses. I rang Jones's room, but there was no reply. He must have had breakfast early and gone out.
Did they leave any message?
No. When I put the phone down, they're gone. Disappeared into thin air. My God, we've been burgled.
Looks like somebody's beaten us to it.
Who in heaven's name would do such a thing?
Would you mind leaving us?
Yes, of course. Oh dear. What's Mr. Jones going to say?
Not a lot. Believe me.
Oh, before you go, the receptionist who booked Jones in last night.
Janet.
We'd like to see her.
Oh, I have to wake her up. She's been on duty all night.
Would you?
Yes, of course.
Where do we start?
You take that side, I'll carry on here.
They're not going to let you out, you know. If you think I'm your passport out of it, you're wrong.
That's not what it's about. You wouldn't understand. You're the same as the rest of them.
Look, I'd like to help. I don't want to be chopped like you all guys.
Davis, will you let me come in? I'll be alone and unarmed.
No! If anyone comes through that door, she dies.
I'm okay, Mr. Sands. Please, just give me a few more minutes.
If they rush me, I'll kill you.
If you kill me, then everything will be for nothing. Yeah. Why don't you tell me your problem? Eh? You've got nothing to lose. I've got my life, Leon. Please.
Shut up.
This sort of gear doesn't really go with a bloke in the mortuary, does it?
Perhaps he leads a double life. I'd say he's foreign. None of the labels in these shirts have names I've heard of. Definitely not Savile Row.
Same with the suit. Yet the stuff he was wearing when he was killed wasn't this quality.
There's no dirty laundry. Anything in the pockets?
No, nothing.
I still think he's a drug dealer. Probably Colombian.
He's so clean it isn't true. No passport. Airline tag removed from his suitcase. He's left nothing to make it easy for us. Melvin, this is not the time for a sermon.
Seek and ye shall find. Paddington Station.
Please don't take any more pills.
Do you know what it's like to be a black man in prison?
Tell me.
You're treated the lowest of the low. You see this? See that? See it? Nobody saw that happen. The screws turn a blind eye to anything that happens to niggers. They're gonna kill me.
Who's gonna kill you? Look, why don't you ask to see the governor?
How does a black man get to see the governor? Tell me.
There must be someone you can speak to.
I've been in prison hospital 3 times. 3 times, yeah? Do you want to see my scars?
Please, let me go. I promise I'll speak up for you.
Yeah. Look at that one. See that one? Yeah? You see that there? You see that? Let you go and I'm a dead man. Don't you realise they want to kill me? They don't want me alive because I know too much.
I promise. I promise I will speak up for you.
Davis, look. I think we should talk, all right?
Don't say a single word, do you hear me? All right. I said don't say a single word.
Excuse me. This is Janet, the receptionist who was on the desk last night. You asked me to wake her up.
Yeah. Lock that room and don't let anyone go in there. I'll see you later, love. Sorry.
Please let me go, Leon. Please.
Shut up!
Don't be silly, Davis.
Get back! I said get back! Back!
You okay?
Yeah, fine.
What's the problem? The luggage or whatever. We'd like to see it. Can we come round?
Well, sure. The door's at the side there.
Thanks.
Nice cup of tea and you'll soon be all right.
Haven't you got something a bit stronger?
Have you got a key?
No.
Hold on.
Coke? You've got drugs on the brain, Ken.
We've had a couple of people in here before, about 12 months ago. Same kind of thing. Turned out to be a dismembered body, didn't it? Blimey, what a pong that was. Here, this one was a South African.
After you.
Blimey, that's a sniper's rifle, isn't it?
Don't touch it. You said a South African?
Yeah, the geezer who checked the case in was a South African. I used to live in Cape Town. I recognised his accent.
That him?
No, not him.
Not this man?
No, definitely not. He was well-dressed, educated, wore glasses, the sort of bloke who'd be in the diplomatic service. Well, perhaps I'm only thinking aloud, but I could be completely wrong.
Or you could be completely right. Can I use your phone?
Yeah, sure.
Davis said he was beaten up. 3 times he was in hospital. He showed me the scars.
One on his stomach, about here.
Yeah.
It's an appendix scar. The others were self-inflicted. The injury to his head was caused by banging it against a cell wall.
He made it all up.
I've had several chats with Davis. He complained that because he was black, he wasn't getting the plum jobs within prison. Very difficult, seeing as he's on remand. Anyway, I let him work for a short time in the kitchen, in the prison library. He put disinfectant in the soup and burnt the books.
Why?
Drugs. Unfortunately, because of staff shortages, we can't be everywhere. I hate to admit it, but within prison walls, the drug dealers are one step ahead of us.
You don't seem to have done a lot, Frank.
What are you talking about?
Well, you haven't achieved a great deal.
I've got Greg on the scene with a small team. I've got another couple of lads following up a lead at a hotel. What more do you want?
Is this what you're talking about?
Yes. The gold clip, according to the marks engraved on the inside...
Gov, it's Mike. Look, I don't know what this is all about, but I reckon... Paddington Station. Listen, Gov, this is political. The guy in the mortuary was due to collect a sniper's rifle from the left luggage department. Yet it was deposited by a South African. My hunch is that the 2 black guys were ANC. Yes, I would suggest that we hand this over to someone else pretty quick.
Made in South Africa.
We're out of our depth on this one.
You mean they got to him before he got to them?
I'll see if fingerprints come up with anything else first.
Is that what you're trying to say?
That's exactly what I mean.
You've done a cracking job, Michael. Stick with the gear. Don't make any more inquiries on this. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
What did he say?
He came to the same conclusion.
I'd like you to get the pathologist to remove the gold teeth from our mystery man and have the gold examined for origin. There's a possibility the body is that of a South African.
I should forget all about it if I were you, Warwick.
What?
I'm not handing this job over to you. I'm giving it to someone else. Special branch, please. Thank you for all your interest. Can I speak to your governor?
What took you so long?